In light of the American Negro Society of Magic, or whatever the name of that movie was, letting us down, once again, I wanted to talk about the state of fiction and fantasy from my point and perspective. I have spent half of my life writing an unapologetically black story for us, by us. Matter of fact, no, it's been more than half of my life because all of the characters that I created started, well, the main four characters that I created was created when I was in the 7th and 8th grade. That's over 20 years ago. And once I felt good enough, I started writing the story. I was already in my 20s. The plot's already been there, the characters were already there. I wrote the books, I published them. They are a trilogy, published them on Amazon, and nothing. I got some sales, but for the most part, that fantasy story got ignored. And the consensus was, people don't read books. People don't read books. You got to do a comic book. Well, that's what I wanted to do originally. I wanted to do a comic book. And that's what I started doing. First comic book published 2 years ago. This published within the last month. This is the second chapter of the comic book. And I've had a very hard and tough time selling. And I don't know what it is. I have everything. I have a direction, a great story, great characters. I have the black boy who has all the talents in the world, but don't know what to do with them. One of them is being a revolutionary, and the other one is doing nothing. Or I got the black boy who was ousted by his family, rejected because he's different. I got the black woman who everybody expects everything from her. They expect her to be too strong. They expect her to be a leader. They expect her to be beautiful. I got magic. I got action. I got romance. I got monsters, femme fatales, vampires, sex. And on top of that, I focused on the story the most. And it's been such a hard time trying to sell this story. I don't know what it is. I really don't. I know the art isn't bad because the artist is very good and very professional. I know the writing isn't bad because I got reviews like this. What do I have to do to reach my demographic? I got merch. We got stickers. We got posters. We got a Patreon, a subscribe star, one for adults. What is it? We got characters inspired by hip hop. We don't shy away from AAVE or African mythologies. We don't just stick with the European mythologies we know with lichens and vampires. Have you ever heard of a Buddha? And I'm not talking about the god in, is it Hinduism? While my story isn't exactly the HBCU Hogwarts, it's a fantasy story with all the things that Hogwarts has besides the school. You guys want to see black people fighting monsters? We got that. Want to see black people fighting vampires? We got that. You want to see black people with powers? We got that. All types. What you're seeing now is just the beginning of something that is grandioso. I don't even know if that's a real word, but fuck it. Grandiose. I think that's the word. What do I have to do to get these comic books in your hands? What do I have to do? Again, I noticed as a child that we needed black magic, that we needed black fighters, that we needed black cool characters that were unapologetically black. We needed black characters that aren't the background. We need black characters that are right up front and center. We need black characters that has black issues that we can use for fantasy stories, for stories in general. Issues that are front and center. My main antagonist, but he is also a anti-villain. He was inspired by my experience with colorism. His powers, who he is, inspired by DMX, Dark Man X. Someone who's so black that he's powered by it. And my character Eva, there's so many surprises with her and who she is and what she is. She's a witch, does magic, nature magic mixed with holy magic, which makes her the strongest character in the book. Ace, a character Ace, inspired by the kid who's not the most popular in the black community. The kid who's rejected for the things that he may like. and how different he is and how different he thinks. But it's not just that, because I know how people are. I don't know, maybe Ace is a little bit of a snob. Maybe his way of thinking wasn't the best way. But maybe the people around him rejected him and are wrong. This story is unapologetically black. It's a fantasy story. It's fiction. It's dark fantasy at that. We're not cutting corners. We're showing it's more adult targeted now. It's more adult targeted. But the story itself, fan-fucking-tastic. Before I unpublished the first and the second book on Amazon, because Amazon made it incredibly hard to sell. You couldn't even write Judgment Day in my name in my book. You would have to scroll down to 60-something pages to find my book. You would have to scroll down to 60-something pages just to find my book. I unpublished my book on Amazon. There's no point in it being there. But the reviews are great. The reviews are fantastic. For the third book, it's been there and it's been published since, I think, June. The book hasn't gotten any reviews, has barely been seen, has barely been purchased. And again, hard as fuck to find on Amazon. So I just unpublished them from that platform. I'm just focusing on the graphic novels. Both books, 60 pages. Every single chapter will have 60 some odd pages. Your $20 is going towards something. We have merchandise. We have stickers, especially adult-like stickers, very adult stickers. What do I need to do to get this into your hands? What do I need to do? Because it's clear that Hollywood's not going to give us what we need, and the only way to give us what we need is to get Judgment Day in your hands. Because I'm telling you right now, if this blows up and this becomes something, and I get a chance to make a movie, it's going to be FUBU. It's going to be for us, by us, unapologetically us, and it will not be diluted with trash where you take a concept, we pitch a concept, HBCU Hogwarts, and it goes nowhere. We'll give you some of that, but we're going to make the white people the center of attention. I promise you, if you blow this up, that will not fucking happen. It will be FUBU. What do I need to do to get Judgment Day in your hands? Tell me what it is you need to do, because I need about 1,000 of these sold. That's what I need. What do I need to do? What do I need to do? Please tell me. Please tell me. All right, look, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Is the art bad? Are the characters uninteresting? Is the story terrible? You can't tell me the story's terrible if you've never tried it. Is the quality bad? I don't believe the quality's bad. This is the quality you're getting. Look at that expression. That's the quality you're getting. Look at that terror. Look at that composition. That's the quality you're getting throughout the entire comic book. You don't open a comic book and then it's shitty. It's a great fucking comic book. Check out the webtoons if you want to read previews of it. The first 15 pages are usually color. The rest of it's black and white. But I know black people love color. You know what? And if you want color, you got to purchase it. What do I need to do to get Judgment Day in your hands? Just a comic book. If anybody's interested in a novel, we can have a discussion. We can talk about that. But if you want the comic book, it is ready to go. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
The bamboo earrings, baby.